This year to last year going to the Sweet 16 in terms of just expectations and also knowing what you've been through there now?
Well, obviously different team, different dynamics. That part of it's different, but just the way this team's battled through the first couple of rounds, it's exciting to see how we deal with the next challenge. I think because we're younger, the growth that we've seen over the course of the year and seeing that kind of play out here in the postseason has been, for me, particularly gratifying. Whereas last year, I think there was a little more expectation assigned to the journey. This year, it seems like it's been a little more, not surprising, but just satisfying. Yeah.
Molly, does it feel different for you with this being your senior year and your last run at it?
I think it's a little bit different this year. It's a little bit more real for me, knowing that it's my last time. And I mean, obviously it's a little bit different because we're not as at home for the rest of it. So that was my last game in the PEV this past weekend, which is a little bit weird for me. But yeah, I'm super excited to go down to Florida and play.
You're playing great teams, obviously, but you've played great teams this year. What does the Big Ten do for you as you head into the tournament?
I think that our focus right now is just getting better each and every day because a lot of the game is on our performance, and focusing on what we do on the court is going to be really important for every game we play now and going forward. So, yeah.
You are battle tested with that schedule.
Yeah, the Big Ten is great in that it exposes some of those weaknesses that all teams have, and you're forced to have to compensate and adjust on a nightly basis because teams are coming at you a lot of different ways with a lot of different weapons, and I don't think there are many conferences like that. So the idea of having to play high-level volleyball back-to-back is not foreign to us.
I think this is since like 2009, the Big Ten's had more teams in the Final 16 than every other conference each year. At some point, did like the Midwest or Big Ten volleyball pass like the Pac-12 and the West Coast, which is for so long thought?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to do a little research in the historical data, but I mean, I just know the Big Ten's tough, and yeah, it's certainly been well represented in the Sweet 16s the last few years. Yeah, no question.
Hugh, is there a different kind of atmosphere playing away in the NCAA tournament versus playing away in the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the tournament itself is different than the regular season. So I'm not sure the home and away piece is as big of a deal. I mean, it used to be that the regionals were all away. So last year was the first time we had a chance to host, and that was great. But I do think that there's some possible benefit to having to go on the road and battle because, you don't get to host the Final Four. And it's interesting to note that the team that ended up winning it last year was the team that won on the road in the regional. So we see it as an opportunity. Our team's been pretty good on the road, I think. We've won some and lost some, but I think we've done well when we've traveled, and I think we're excited to get down to Florida and get going.
Molly, what do you tell about the freshmen or the first-timers in an atmosphere like this, a tournament like this?
We just keep telling them it's the same anywhere we go, and we focus on ourselves and what we do, and hopefully that'll get us where we want to go in the end.
Hugh, it seems like you have at least one impact player in each class, right? Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, or even more in some cases. What is that like to have that? I mean, like, how much does that balance, I think, help make you a well-rounded team?
Yeah, I think it's important to have depth, and certainly we've had talent across all positions and all classes. So, that's what you hope for. That's what you recruit to. Absolutely.
Do you think there's a different vibe, or like, this is kind of a weird question, but like a different kind of feeling to each class? Like, I don't know, could you look at your freshmen and say they're like the energetic bunch, or the seniors are the...
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much the classes, it's the personalities of each individual that we really cater to. People are different, and we treat them as they need to be treated. And I think kind of throwing them all together as a class personality or something would be doing them a disservice. I think Molly would be the first to agree that not all the people in her senior class are the same. So there's some disparity between the personalities there, but yeah, I mean, there's certainly a great senior class. So the traits we choose to focus on are the things that they do for the team, not really who they are as individuals. Excuse me.
Molly, you talked a little bit about kind of coming in with almost maybe entering this with a little bit, not as expectation, maybe not talked about like as much as like, you know, the team with the expectation of having to go to the Final Four, things like that. What has that been like from your perspective? Maybe not having those expectations kind of bearing down on the team throughout the year.
Yeah, I think it's pretty freeing for us. I mean, people weren't expecting a lot of us going into the season, and I think that we've showed them to think otherwise. And yeah, it's been pretty freeing this whole tournament because the weight's not on our shoulders as much, and we can just go out there and play our game.
Well, and it's important to also add that I think that the group itself has high expectations of what they hope to achieve, but you know, the outside world views us as they view us, so we can't control that, but we're okay, you know, if we fly under the radar a little bit.
Do you always want your team to have high expectations of themselves? Is there ever a time when you want them to believe they're underdogs, or is there value in that, or would you rather have them?
For us, if we're not trying to become the best version of ourselves, then there's no point in being here. You know, I mean, that's it. We're about pursuing excellence, and to that end, the commitment of this group in particular to the process of incremental improvement, you know, get better every day. There are things we did yesterday that'll help us this weekend. That's been a really great characteristic of this group. So yeah, we don't really want to frame anything as it's, you know, we're underdogs or they're better than we are or whatever. We just really focus on, hey, what do we need to do to win the next point, and play it as such. And that doesn't mean we always do what we want to do or we always get to do what we want to do, but certainly that's the intention, is to just go out there and play our game, and knowing that within our systems we can, you know, adapt and adjust to different things that different teams are going to do.
Anything else for Coach Molly?
Very good. Thanks, everyone.